then you thought about China as another market that possibly was going to open up. Is that what drew you to that?
Yeah, well, it was interesting because, when I did the thing in Russia, I would, with the mayor, a guy named Anatoly Sobchak, and he would, always, ask me to bring different people there. And, I had a few acts that said they didn't want to do it. And, we would just promise them anything to get people to come there. Like, the most famous story is when, we promised David Bowie that we'll build a stage over the graves of the czars, the former rulers of Russia. And, David said, well, yeah, right. If you could do that, then I'll play. So, we actually did it. But the mayor said, yeah, whatever you need, no problem. Just go tell the vice mayor that I said it's okay. Well, the vice mayor was a guy named Vladimir Putin.
Oh God!
And
Look at how history. Uh, I have to roll back. You really did build the stage over the graves of the czars.
yeah, we did. It's a place called Peter and Paul Fortress where they're all buried. We built a stage over the graves, and we ran rock and roll shows over it.
Oh my gosh! And what was it like to meet Vladimir back then? He was just sort of a.
Well, obviously, there's a lot of issues with him now, and stuff. But my relationship with him was always good. He knew me for doing things to help the children of the city that he grew up in. So I wasn't seen as a carpetbagger looking to make a lot of money in Russia and then leave. Um, so everything was good. I can't really say I had any bad experiences. With him. And, when he ended up in the Kremlin, his minister of communications realized that, who knew me from the TV stuff, realized that if they're going to build a consumer economy, they have to, have media opportunities look a little bit familiar to Western marketers, like ads are 30 seconds, 60 seconds. They're not whatever you feel like today. So I helped him rewrite legislation for media there, and there was always that caveat. Here's the line that you shouldn't step across. And then when the Chinese came to that same conclusion that they needed to do media reform because they're building a consumer economy, and they know people want to buy. Typically, the first thing is Western luxury goods, the Gucci's and the Pradas and the Chanel's and that. So they loved the Russian model. They went to the Russians. And the Russians said, no, 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 there's a guy in L.A. who helped us. Here's his phone number. So I got called in by the government of China.